Aha, jetzt sind wir online. Now we are online. Giving you a warm welcome. My name is Peter Sperlich. I'm in Switzerland. You see in the backside, it's my water tank because the KNXperience, everything is about technique. And so I was thinking to doing something different. I'm always doing something different. So I was sitting in front of one of my water tanks. I have over here 3 of the water tanks. So it's a little bit relaxing, more relaxing for you and for me. So I wanted to introduce a new product that is missing a long time on the market. A little bit about me. My name is Peter Sperlich. I'm very long time with KNX. 28 years now, something 28 and a half years now for KNX, working in different companies. I started in Regensburg, where EIB was found 30 years ago. Then since April of 2002, I'm working for Siemens in Zurich. So I was going to Zurich 18 years ago. And now I am a co-owner of a company that is an online shop. And I have my own company, it's Smart Building Design. It was an integration company. And over the integration company, I'm working for Tapco Technologies. I think everybody knows Tapco Technologies. They are an OEM provider. And I was also working for the KNX Association. I'm representative for the e-house, and I'm doing some presentations also for this group of HLK in Germany. I'm done with KNX a lot. I've done a lot for KNX, so about the company Smart Building Services with the online shop together with my partner Holger Eckert. We have been thinking 2 years ago that maybe there is a good idea to find a solution for this problem that you cannot provide some heating control over wireless components. You always have to use some components with the cable on it. So it's not so easy to install in existing buildings. So I'm also around with KNX RF since many years. We have now KNX RF inside of the KNX education since April this year. And it's also very interesting to have this KNX extended with KNX wireless devices. There are more than 20 companies now that are developing and providing KNX devices with wireless. So these devices are all compatible to each other. And so we have been thinking 2 years ago, maybe it would be a good idea to develop our own device, because nobody wanted to develop it with us. So we said, okay, let's do it on our own cost. We invest some money. And so we have been thinking about how to do it. And now this one is one of the first 5 prototypes. You see it on the picture. It's a full metal device. I like metal. So it's a full metal device. And it is completely working on KNX RF. We are testing now since 2 weeks about how it goes. It's working, it looks good. So we intended to go to the market and doing some press information, and also we participate now on this fair. So what about it? Its name is KNXdrive4u. Our online shop is KNXshop4u, so it's very easy to keep it in brain, to remember about it. It's an current KNX RF S mode device. You don't need a cable. It has a big battery inside, and it has an own temperature sensor inside. I will tell you a lot more about it later. And it is also a temperature controller inside, and it fits on usual valves with a M30 to 1.5. And it's energy saving, durable, it's high quality in production. We do it, develop it in Switzerland. We have a lot of offers for producing it in Europe. So I think it's a good device, and I think it's missing a long time on the market. Oh, this was too fast. So it fits on angle device, also on angle valves, angle, pin click. We have it over here. You can screw it on. It's no problem. It's fitting perfect. Direct. You see it here in my kitchen. It runs for testing in my kitchen over here. It's over there. It fit also with a metal adapter for grassland. This one is right, you see in front of you in my kitchen is a grassland, and there is an adapter in metal where you can have the valve on it. And then it's the energy for it, it's coming from a Peltier element. It's a temperature difference energy. On the front side, when it's getting warm, on the back side it's getting cold, it takes the energy out of it, and it's permanently loading the valve, not the valve, the battery. And we are using a motor that is very good in energy saving, so it's no problem about to take it for the complete winter. It's taking energy. And for the summer, it's also no problem because the battery inside is very good, very big. You see, it's a good device, big device. When you mount it when you unpack it and you mount it on the valve, it will start automatically the working, because it knows that now there is warmer in the front and colder in the back side. So it says, okay, now let's drive. And the temperature inside is 21. And so the delivery, it's no problem. You can keep it and mount it on the valve, and then it's working from the first moment. And if you have an empty battery, could happen when you have it in the stock or somewhere, it's running too much or you have the wrong parameters. Hopefully you don't do something like that. But if it's not working, you can test it on the front side. There is a LED. You can test if it has still capacity. You can recharge it with a common USB 3. It's a small USB 3 in the front. So also in this case, it's no problem. And it's a stable housing, I told you before. So this is the first point, how it works. It's a standalone functionality. That means you are unpacking this device, then you go to your radiator, and then you check if it's M30 1.5. If it's not, if it's some bayonet, you use the adapter that is optional, and then you take it and you screw it on it. And then after a while, it will start working. There is a temperature inside that is 21. So it will regulate the room for 21. The second thing is the usual KNX integration. It works with a temperature sensor, KNXRF. And for example, this one, it's from the company MDT, it's the glass push button, and it has two actuators on the back side, and there is a temperature sensor also inside. And you mount it, you dismount your common push button on the wall, you put it inside and connect it to 230, and then you program it with a USB stick and the ETS. And then it's like you parameterizing any other devices that are with twisted pair that you used before. You have an application program, you're pushing the physical address button, and then you have another interface. It's a USB interface, and the USB interface is just not connected to twisted pair. You connect it with your laptop, and then you see it in the ETS, and then you program the device as usual, business as usual. And so you can have it complete standalone. You can have it with KNXRF integration. So how does it work? I was explaining it about. It's working with a common ETS. You use a USB stick, and then you are programming direct the devices. There are many devices now on KNXRF on the market, and it's just usual. And you have it also in the KNX education. So integration in the KNX system, what informations we get? We get a temperature set point, we get control the value of the internal controller. There's a controller inside, so you have an external temperature or an internal temperature, and the regulation is completely done inside the device. Or you have an external room temperature regulator, and then you just send the value where this opening and closing thing is doing. And you get back the battery status, and also it's not on this presentation, but you can also have maybe a connection to the window contact. You can have over RF, you can have a connection to the comfort standby thing. It's also possible. So it's a full valve drive, as you know, with cabling, twisted pair. Just the medium is not twisted pair, it's KNXRF, and the energy is inside of this device. You don't need any external cable to load this one. So how can you use it? The left picture that you see on your screen is this thing that I was telling before, how you do it over here. You just go with a USB, you go with a USB connection on your laptop to the project. You sit inside somewhere, and then you can parameterize all the devices over wireless KNXRF S mode. And over S mode or KNXRF, you can also program, many people don't know this feature, you can program also twisted pair devices from your laptop where you connect the USB stick. You can program over the medium coupler all the twisted pair devices. And when you're on the twisted pair devices, you can go over IP. This is what I want to tell you on the left picture with this arrows. You come from the ETS laptop, you go to the KNXRF, you go to the KNXRF media coupler back to twisted pair, and from the twisted pair you go over IP to the other lines. You can also program simply with the USB stick from KNXRF. If you have the media coupler, you can connect to the twisted pair line with the twisted pair USB, and then you go to this media coupler, and then you can program this device. And the picture on the right-hand side is you can also, it's possible to program as usual over IP. Then you go over the IP media coupler to twisted pair. Then from twisted pair you go to RF, and you can have an extension on KNXRF. So everything is possible. All three medias are possible. The easiest way, of course, is to use the USB stick and go directly on this device. So in this picture, I tried to explain all the possibles. It's a kind of assumption about it, a summary. You have the media coupler. The media coupler you can connect to a twisted pair. Then you can have a temperature sensor. You can have a room temperature regulator, a controller. The temperature sensor is sending just the temperature value, and the regulation is done inside of these devices. And of course, you can send it not only to one device. If you have maybe up to 40 devices in a big office, you can have just the media coupler and the temperature sensor, and then all of these drives are driven individually together with the same temperature value. And also you can have a KNXRF temperature sensor that is sending, and you get the status information regularly back. You also have the how much battery is inside, the capacity. You get the information about the capacity back. You get all the status information back. It's a complete KNXRF device, and the advantage to all the others on the market where you need a media coupler is that you have it inside your ETS completely, and you don't need to be at the project. You can use it as all the other twisted pair devices in the ETS, and you can handle it the same way in your projects. So it's very easy to use. So we have been asked at the first day if it's possible that people can order now because they wanted to have it as soon as possible. And I said, yes, we try to be ready in April, May, June. We don't know how about the production, So, and the testing at the end, we are testing now with the prototypes. It looks good. I'm very happy about it. But I cannot promise that it's in March or in April. So I said, okay, if you want to be the first, it's easy for you. You can pre-order per email. You just email to me and say how much you want. And the price for the pre-order is 25 euro. In Switzerland is 30 Swiss francs, including tax. 25 euro exclusive tax. If you want to order from Europe, you're just sending me an email. If you are in Switzerland, you can go on our web shop. The target price, the list price is that we see now is around 135 euros, excluding tax. We will see. You can always say I don't want it. You can now pre-order, and then you say, oh, sorry, I don't want it. It's no problem. You just cancel your order, your pre-order, and also you can say, okay, I want now 20 pieces, and you pay for 20 pieces for 25 each in euro, and you are one of the first that will keep it. I think it's in high demand on the market for this device, and we get a good feedback for now from the fair, and we also in the press now we get many questions about the press about this device, and it's very interesting how to do it. So also we done a flyer for you in German and in English language, where all the informations are about the size and functionality and how to use it and everything. We got a flyer. You can download it on our booth, and also feel free to come over the next days to our booth and ask me some questions directly, chat or per email. It's no problem. You have here the contact data per email and per telephone, so don't hesitate, come over. No problem. So thank you very much. So I'm going to ask you did ask some question. Is it RF secure? No, it's not RF secure for now. We did it for a KNXRF because we are thinking in the residential, it's not the big problem to have, or in the big offices, it's not the big problem to have it as normal KNXRF device. We maybe in the next step or the over next step, we're thinking about secure. It's now KNXRF, and so you can use it about it. A question about energy generation. What temperature difference is used? Hot water, room air, or something else? Hot water, room air. Yeah. The difference for now, it must have 4 to 5 degree temperature difference. So from the front to the end, and then it has enough energy to load the battery. But there is battery inside, so it's just when the temperature difference is high enough, it's loading all the time. During the winter time, and when it's open, it's always loading. So when you have maybe 22 degrees on the backside and 27 degrees from the water, so it's running and it's loading. So have you some more questions? Just we have time. We don't have to quit now. I have finished much too early. I see. I have 30 minutes, so I finished much too early. So if you have any questions. Thanks. Can I operate it manually local? Sometimes it is useful for the WAF. No. In the past, there are these valves with another telegram type, maybe in Ocean or something like that. And I have also using some Bluetooth for testing over here. And there is also this wheel where you can change, or push button where you can change the temperature. In my experience in the projects, it's not useful. Really, for now, we intended not to do some wheel or something on it because some people don't understand. They're always turning full open, and they're wondering why the heater is not getting warm. Then they try to more open, then they take it and take it off, something like that, because they don't understand it's 23 degrees in the room, and this value should be 23 degrees, so it's close. So the metal radiator is feeling for the body, it's for the fingers, it's cold, but no, it's 23, it's the temperature that you should have. So they try to open and close and something do like this. So we intended not to do it like that. We just keep it simple, keep it easy, try to make a good price for this device in development, in production, in features. Just keep it simple. That's my strategy. And don't do too much push buttons and display and something like that that will get the price for the device higher. So for the first step, we really do it like this, and we are very happy that the response and feedback is very good. I just could join now. Maybe I missed. I assume the device is a continuous driver, Stetigregler, right? Yeah, it's not driving all the time up and down. It's a steady regulator. I don't know the word is correctly in English. It's driving to maybe 25%, and then it's waiting for the next temperature from the temperature sensor or from the next value from the regulator, and then it's driving the next. It's not going up and down, because it's too much energy that should be used when I'm driving all 10 minutes, closing, opening, and something like that. So it's a steady regulator. That's clear. Okay, so some questions? Thanks. No problem, Seb. Servus. Okay, thank you very much, people out there. It's very hard for me because I cannot see you and I cannot hear you. Usually it's very nice when I have the audience over here. A question about energy generation. What temperature difference is used? Hot water. Ah, I have it right now. Can I apply a controlling percentage by an external camera? Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. You see in the presentation. You can also download all this information. You can download the flyer, and you can download the PowerPoint at the Smart Building Services booth. There is under the booth is a section for documents, and then you can download all this information. And of course, you can send with the ETS like you use it before with Twisted Pair. You choose this device, check it on your ETS, and then you have a USB RF interface. And then you can send value with the ETS, and you can send value with the room temperature regulator. He is going for values, 25, 26, 28%, 80%, 68%, something like that. It's a perfect thing. Like you can use it like a Twisted Pair Wolf drive. Another new KNX product. Thanks, Peter, for the innovation. Thank you. Danke dir, Markus. Renato, no problem. Many greetings to Italy. Okay, thank you very much. So if you have some questions, just don't hesitate, come over and talk to me and call me and send me emails. You can pre-order this, as I told you, for 25 euros, excluding tax. The final price is around 135. And I think it's a good device. It's filling a gap that we had in the last years, I think, hopefully. Thank you very much for your audience. Thank you very much that you're participating. See you tomorrow. See you day after tomorrow. This presentation I will do 2 more times. And hope I see you soon, also personnel in person. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Have a nice afternoon. Can see you question from the size dimension. Is it also possible to fit it into the heat distribution Heizkreisverteiler, or is it mainly aimed for the radiator? Sorry, there's another question from Sepp. Servus. It's mainly thought for now for the regulator, for the radiator, to mount it, for example, as it is in my kitchen. If the Heizkreisverteiler, the heating distribution, is in a metal box, there will be no RF signal inside or outside. You know, Faraday is very hard to understand. There is no RF inside, and there is no RF coming out of a metal box. If you have this Heizkreisverteiler, this heating distribution under your ceiling in this floor open, it should work. Dimensions should be for that, but there are also different kinds of valve mounting devices for the distance. You have to check it, but I think it's small enough. We will see. You can test it. You can order one, pre-order one, and then you're one of the first that will get it, and then you can test it by your own. To be tested, danke. Yeah, it's in Heimeyer. It's Heimeyer compatible. It's a 30 1.5 thread. Its name in English is thread. It's Gewinde, the thread inside, and it's compatible with all the Heimeyer compatible valves I've seen in the market now. There are just two used. The one is Heimeyer, and the second one is Gresslin. And for the Gresslin, we have a metal adapter, and it's all available everywhere. You just should think about it's a metal adapter and not a plastic one, but because plastic is not compatible with the heating, the heat. So you should use a metal, and we also will recommend one. I have one over here at my kitchen. It's made of plastic and it's working because it's deep enough to include this adapter also. But I want as much as possible for my money. Yeah, same to me. Because of this, we keep it simple. I want as much as possible for my money. Yeah, because of this, we keep it simple. We keep it really simple, and we put in a lot of features for the software. And we were thinking about if you have maybe the problem that it's getting empty. We cannot test how long it will range. We just can calculate. We don't know for now how long it will last, that it's getting empty. So because we have the first 5 prototypes, but we just can calculate how much for the energy, for the engine, and for the electronic, how many milliamps it will be, and how big the battery has to be, and how big the housing has to be to keep the battery inside. So it will take time. It will take time until we know about how long it will last. But you can have the micro USB and connect it, and it's very easy. You can also unscrew it and take it to your desk, and then load it and take it back. It's easy. USB loading capacity is really great as a last resort for the Wi-Fi, of course. So many thanks for your attention. Bitte nochmal deine E-Mail-Adresse. The email address you see on the screen, it's info@KNXshop4u is the shortest. info@KNXshop4u, CH, Switzerland. My common email address is sperlich@smartbuildingservices.ch. No problem. Just come over to my booth. I can give you all the information that you want, and also I can give you my email address. Let's take a beer at my booth. Thank you very much for your attention. See you later. See you maybe tomorrow. Thanks a lot. See you. Ja, ja, ist ein geiler Hintergrund. Ja. Ja, ich habe gedacht, ich mache was anderes. Ja. Ich habe mir gedacht, ich mache was anderes. Nicht immer diese ganzen technischen Hintergründe, wo irgendwelche, keine Ahnung, Fertigungsgebäude hinten sind. Oder, irgendein Büroraum, wo man dann irgendwelche, keine Ahnung was, im Hintergrund irgendwelche Regale sieht. Ja, also das ist eines meiner, this is one of my water tanks, das ist eines meiner Aquarien. And there is another one. And outside I have a kitchen window tank. Fensterbankbecken ist das Projekt. Ja, meine Fische freuen sich auch, wenn sie mal im Fernsehen sind. Also dann, Dankeschön und man sieht sich später. Servus.